Hello, welcome to episode 18 of the Anders podcast. My name is James.
And my name is Daniel.
And my name is Yen.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Today is Christmas, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we just had sort of a little celebration today.
Yeah.
We had a wine beverage.
Yeah. Some
We had
kind of wine.
Yeah, some kind of wine. It is a hot wine.
Sangria.
And we have, not sangria. We have, we cooked it.
Yeah.
With juices and
a lot of spice.
Spices, cinnamon and cloves to be exact. And it's called Glühwein. So it's this German-Austrian beverage that they drink after skiing.
After skiing,
Yeah,
right?
after skiing, and it's normally sold in like Christmas markets.
That's reviving drink.
Yeah, Christmas markets and all that. So Christmas in Taiwan is kind of special, It's kind of
Commercial, I would say.
I would call it like a half celebration status because we don't really celebrate it. It's not, we don't have vacation on this day.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of, sort of celebrations like in the shops or like between students in school. We have a lot of
exchange
Christmas
gifts.
Events. Yeah, exchanging gifts. And it's
like
called Secret Santa.
That's
and we have a lot of we eat some good food or like drink wine like us.
Yeah. It's somewhat like some underground festival.
It's
not unofficial, I would say. Yeah.
Underground.
And I think it's also strangely more popular than Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
So we don't have Thanksgiving at all. Like
we
don't even eat turkey or what. We don't celebrate them on our own. But with Christmas, we actually do that quite a bit, right?
Quite a bit,
yeah.
Really? Do we eat turkey Christmas?
No, I mean we celebrate Christmas,
but
a little bit, but not Thanksgiving and not Halloween. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about the spices before the show. So today we were cooking Glühwein, like I said, and inside we need like cinnamon sticks, and cloves, right? Real cloves,
cloves.
And it's strange because these are kind of hard to get here in Taiwan.
Yeah, it's not common used.
It's not common. Yeah, you can't find them in supermarkets.
Or,
you can
local stores or maybe.
Yeah, the best I can find is like a cinnamon powder.
Powder.
In supermarkets, but not the whole stick of cinnamon and full spices.
Yeah, not the original shape of the. Form of those.
Yeah,
spices,
not the original spices, but the like after product.
Yeah.
And so guess where I got these spices today?
That's hard.
Underground market. No.
Where to find
we can't even find them in like farmers markets or not.
We can't.
It's so hard to find.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
No one buy that.
Yeah, because maybe, I think we use them in hot pot sometimes.
No, but seldom we seldom use that in our daily life. Hot pot is not something we'll eat daily.
Yeah, but I mean, some people still buy it, I think. Yeah. But anyways, it's very hard to find. And so I found it in
black market.
In a traditional Taiwanese pharmacy. Okay.
Pharmacy. Taiwanese pharmacy.
In Taiwan, we have two kinds of medication, two kinds of medicine. One is Western medicine, traditional Western medicine. And the other kind is Chinese medicine.
Yes.
Yeah, which comes from China and has a long history.
I would say.
We use a lot of herbs and a lot of plants and all that,
like
combination of all that.
Acupuncture or some.
Yeah, we think we treat the human body with these kind of methods.
Yeah, and we even have a medical department for those Chinese medical students.
Now people actually can go to school to study Chinese medicine. Yeah, and so we have a lot of these kind of Chinese medicine, Chinese pharmacy here in Taiwan. It's quite different from the pharmacy that you imagine in maybe in America and Europe. It's not white. It's very dark inside. Generally pretty dark inside, and you have a lot of like wooden boxes.
Yeah.
It's like it's a little bit like in Harry Potter. You go to like the wand shop. Yeah. Do you remember that? Yeah. And there's a
That's
Oliver's wands.
And
you go inside there, little boxes, and it's a little bit small. And then a person above the counter would give you the spices that you need.
Pick one for you.
And
ask for them.
It's quite special here now in Taiwan because it's getting less and less common. It's more difficult to find these kind of pharmacies.
I think we can also find that in like Hong Kong movies or.
Also in Hong Kong, I think all across
Bruce Lee movies,
all across China. I think. But in Taiwan, it's closing at about like 200 shops per year.
Oh.
So this is kind of like a traditional thing, and then we normally buy medicine over there, but today I found that you could actually buy these spices over there, which is very helpful if you like to cook Western dishes.
Yeah. That's totally new to me. I've never known
because
about
there are
it.
a lot of Western dishes that we cannot cook simply because we cannot get
the spices.
In Taiwan. Yeah.
I heard that the pepper powder sold in Chinese medicine pharmacies is
it's
much more
good.
pure
The
than
white pepper. Yeah,
yes.
it's better than the store-bought stuff.
Yes.
Because it's much, I think, spicier and like purer, I think. Yeah.
It's hard for me to imagine. If you ask me to buy maybe
spices today.
Yeah, bunches of maybe cinnamons.
Yeah,
I would maybe try Jason's or some
but it's very expensive.
Yeah, exotic supermarkets. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a great find today.
Yeah.
And I had fun in that shop. Which was
Do you have a talk with the shop owner?
Yeah. I went there. And because I only need like a couple sticks of cinnamon, right? And a little bit of cloves. So I asked the storekeeper, can I get a little bit of these two stuffs?
So did he or she ask you what?
So it's an older woman. Okay, so it's like 60 years old 60, or something. Yes. Yeah, and then she said, "What do you need these for?" And I told her cooking. And then she said, okay. So then she brought me like a little bit of both.
So what's the smallest amount that you can buy?
I don't know. I think it's about 30 grams or something.
30 grams?
Yeah. I think they call it like one something. Yeah. One liang.
Like something Chinese.
In Taiwan, but I don't know what that actually
units.
translates to grams.
It's about an ounce.
An ounce. I still don't know what an ounce is.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit, and it's quite cheap. Like $1 I got both cinnamon and the cloves.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah. And she told me that cloves are not generally used in cooking because it's very heavy tasting.
Tasting.
It has a very spicy taste.
But I think it's quite widely used in Western cooking.
Yeah, very widely used in Western cooking. So how was the glühwein? I cooked it in like a very small pot, a cute pot, like the one you cook your ramen in.
Yeah, ramen in. Yeah,
was quite good.
I didn't even know if you could put so much liquid in there, but it worked out fine. And I think we are warm right now.
Yeah,
because it's quite cold today here in Taiwan, in Hsinchu here, and so after the wine, I think we have a lot more energy.
Yeah.
And alcohol
warmed us up a little bit. Yeah.
I would say it's very flavorful.
Yeah, it's very spicy. It's something that we don't get to taste.
Yeah.
I would say,
and also sweet. I would say.
Yeah, quite sweet. A lot of sugar added.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So, first of all, I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas in a couple languages. So this was the fun event that I had for today. So. Of course, the English one is Merry Christmas, right?
Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Now let's come back to Taiwan a little bit. So do you want to speak in Chinese, maybe in traditional Chinese?
Traditional.
Yeah, in Mandarin. In Mandarin. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So in Mandarin, the Merry Christmas will be translated as 圣诞快乐.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the 圣诞 means the birth of Christ.
Birth of Christ.
Yeah. Yes.
And 快乐 means happy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you want to speak in Taiwanese?
Okay, in Taiwanese,
it's kind of special because I've never heard it before.
Yeah.
Actually, but there are a lot of like Christians, Taiwanese Christians in Taiwan.
Yeah,
so they go to these kind of churches, I think.
Yeah.
In
and
Taiwanese,
celebrate, and all in Taiwanese. Yeah.
Also, the sermons and the preachers are in Taiwanese. Yeah. Okay.
Taiwanese.
And then so this is the one I've never heard before.
Yeah.
Despite living in Taiwan for 21 years.
Yeah. But I think it's normal. If you're not in that
group, in that society. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So in Taiwanese, there are kind of two sayings we're going to say in Taiwanese. It's 圣诞快乐.
Okay, it's the same as
圣诞快乐.
Mandarin,
just translated to Taiwanese.
Okay.
Taiwanese, but another one is 救主丹.
Okay.
救主丹 is the 救主 is the
savior.
Christ, the savior of the world. Yeah. So
it's like the birthday of the savior.
Yeah, birthday of the savior.
Cool. I have one in German.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we had Glühwein, which is a German wine.
German, Austrian.
So we got this German one. So it's called Fröhliche Weihnachten. Fröhliche Weihnachten.
Weihnachten. Okay.
Weihnachten.
I give up.
Well, I took 1 year of German, but yeah, that's all I learned.
That's all. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So today, welcome back. Today, this is the last podcast of this year.
2019.
Can't believe it's been so fast. Like
it's half a year actually.
Yeah, a year has already passed, and so. We have our first guest in our second season, actually. Today,
yeah.
Right?
Today is our first guest.
He's going to join us today to talk about our topic today, which is love.
Wow.
And it's quite special that we can talk about this topic with somebody, some guests, right?
Yeah. It's our first try for it.
It's been a long time since we have a guest, so we're kind of rusty on this department. But today is not about him. It's not about us interviewing him, but it's more about us talking to him and maybe asking for some advice or some information from him. Maybe not advice, that would be putting too much pressure on him, but maybe we can chat about it a little bit, discuss. It's always nice.
Okay, so let me have a brief introduction.
Okay, please do.
And we call him Lucifer.
Lucifer.
So Lucifer, you can maybe say hello to everyone.
Hi everyone, I'm Lucifer.
Yeah, and he's
Hail Lucifer.
Hail Lucifer. Yeah, he's just ascending from the hell and join us here today.
Thank you.
Actually,
on the birth of Christ, we have Lucifer on our podcast.
This setting a little bit too much.
So he's actually our junior classmate in the same senior classmate actually in NTHU, and he's now studying social science, sociology. Yeah, sociology, and he's now in the grad school. Yeah, and happy to have him join us today. So, is there some words you'd like to say to our listeners?
I was quite surprised.
I
know you guys are starting your second season.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm the first guest in your second season.
Yeah.
So
sorry,
I'm a little bit surprised.
So last season we had 4 guests. This season we have. So this season I just dropped my water bottle. It created a minor disaster in this area. Yeah, minor
disaster. That's just nothing.
I didn't spill any water, so we're good to go. But yeah, so this is the first. Like I said, this is the first guest this season. Because this season we were talking more about ourselves, right?
Go more personal.
Yeah, go more personal. Yeah. So today we want to invite him into our small circle, sort of our personal circle, and then talk about this intimate topic, I would say. Yeah. So today we're talking about love, right?
And not only about love.
Yeah, not only about love, but mostly about the fear related to love. It's quite a specific topic. Yeah. But I want to clarify first before we start our podcast.
Okay.
Yes.
So the love today is not about love with your parents, with your brothers, or siblings, not with twice.
With Jesus Christ.
With twice.
Twice? Oh, that's a different topic.
Okay.
Like fandom. So we're not about that love. It's more about romantic love in the broadest sense.
Awkward.
I
see.
You're awkward.
Yes, it's awkward for me.
I mean, it's a bit like the love between couples, and so I wanted to clarify that before we start.
Okay. So who chose this topic?
I chose this topic because I have 2 friends, personal friends of mine that I want to talk about
love.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So love is wonderful, right? It makes you feel warm and fuzzy in your heart.
I hope so.
But but at the same time, it's also
like the wine.
It's also bitter and sometimes heartbreaking.
Bittersweet.
Yeah, bittersweet, and sometimes it's scary for people who haven't tried it before. So today we're going to discuss that, and So first of all, do you have any? Do you want to? Okay, we'll start with a question then.
Okay.
So what do you think love is?
Love is.
Yeah.
It's the definition. Okay. Like me personally, I think
I would want you to maybe talk a little bit more about love, and then go back to a definition, a one sentence definition. So we want to explore the question a little bit, and then we concentrate it into a one sentence definition.
Yeah, I would say I view the term of love or the concept of love as I don't think there's quite a big difference between the love I shared with my friends, my families, and maybe my partners. I don't think that's something different. So I view all loves, maybe friendship or maybe relationships of the loves are all loves.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that most people think that your love between your partners is different from the love between your families or friends. Yeah. So how do you think about
So do you think it's the same? You think it's all the same?
I think that for me it's the same.
Okay. Like for me, it's like the love for my friends and the love for my family is different.
Yeah.
So I have these both.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Both kind of loves for my family, for my friends, and then like the love between partners is like a transcendental moment between like your friends and family.
Oh, your friends go into.
So for me, it's like starting from more than friends to ultimately becoming family. That's what I put it. Yeah.
It's like a process.
Yeah, it's like a transient process.
Yeah, transient. Okay.
Well, for me, since I have been single for more than 22 years, so...
And how old are you right now?
21.
23, yes.
Okay.
So
I think 22, but you know.
Yeah, okay.
We'll put it there.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that.
Okay.
Merry Christmas, James. Okay. So, I think maybe I have been trying to avoid thinking about this type of questions.
Okay.
Since
So do you want to try it right now?
Yeah.
You know, give
state
us
something.
like just give us a broad guess or anything.
if you ask me my opinion about the love between couples, I would say maybe it's like a responsibility, commitment, devotion.
Yeah.
And some intimate interaction, and something like that.
Passion.
Okay. So how about you, Lucifer?
Me? Oh, that's a hard question.
But
I got some answer. I think love is about losing myself in these days, because to like my love with my family or friends, siblings, I don't feel I'm losing myself. I still be me.
Be you, yeah.
Okay.
I'm still Lucifer, but when I loved someone, I fell in love with a guy, and I started saying, I'm losing myself.
You're sacrificing yourself a little bit, right?
Yeah. But I think what's hard in the relationships or in love is I'm trying not to losing myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So try to retain yourself.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. But like for Daniel's,
that's quite a hard question. Right?
But for Daniel's opinion, it's about devotion, or
it's about sacrificing
maybe it's a part
yourself.
of sacrifice or devotion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like for me, I think it's the same thing, because like with friends, you know, you are willing to sacrifice yourself more. I believe, but when you're with family, you're like the most comfortable. You can be whoever you want. Like you know, you're in a safe space. So perhaps we're looking for like this transition between like friends and family, right?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
but like for me, I try to make myself being comfortable for facing no matter it's friends or family. So I'm trying to maintain that is
such a hard thing to do. That's such a hard thing to do.
It's very hard for me.
It's like you know, it's at the same time you're like devaluing your family, and in the same time, So that's what I think.
Okay, maybe in some part. It's kind of like devaluing my family, but I think,
or like overvaluing your friends. I think it may be something.
But like
something like that.
In my point of values, I would say I view them as the same. So
okay, you view them as equal, right?
Yeah. They're all men for me.
Yeah,
no one very special.
Good answer. Yeah. So before we get into the next question, I want to elaborate more about why this topic today.
Yeah,
I missed a little bit. Just now, I wanted to elaborate more about this topic. Okay, so in Taiwan here, I feel like, you know, November, December, January,
the cold season,
winter,
the season
winter
of love.
season.
I think in Taiwan.
Yeah,
you know, it's not that cold. It's cold, but not that cold.
But
you know, you want to get warm with somebody. You know, in this
we don't
seasons.
have snow here.
Yeah, and we have like the Christmas celebrations. We have like beautiful events everywhere, you know, in shopping malls or in like amusement parks. There are like big Christmas trees
and the glowing neon.
And it's very good for, you know, walking at night or like taking photos or whatever. And also we have a lot of school dances, Christmas dances, Christmas
Prom.
balls, prom in
Prom.
our school. So even in college.
Yeah, even in college.
So we're always asking in this season. We're always asking for dates to go with us to these kind of events.
The seasons of love.
Yeah, so I would call it the season of love in winter in Taiwan. Yeah, and also there is a saying that that says like if you don't get a boyfriend or girlfriend after before the Christmas of your sophomore year, then you're going to be single for
that's a saying.
all of university, right?
True.
All 4 years.
Yes, I have to say that's true.
Mm-hmm.
And that statement still maintains
still
true.
holds.
Still holds.
Yeah.
In our experience. Yeah.
So heartbreaking.
Perhaps you want to break this cycle. I think.
I still have a year.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am
last year
excited for you.
Last year.
Yeah.
The last ever.
I got to seize opportunity this year.
I'm betting on you guys, okay? So don't let me down. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go into our second question now. Okay, so do you think love is a game of chance or something achievable through active pursuit?
Oh,
wow.
This is my question.
Deep question.
Yeah, but I think like in Taiwan, most people, all the relationships, I would say, it's not the relationship I'm now talking about is not only about couples.
Mm-hmm.
It's about all relationships.
Yeah.
So I think most Taiwanese people mostly stay passive in.
But what do you mean by all relationships? Not
it's
only
like
couples.
friends, like families, all relationships.
But family is like not.
Okay, yeah.
Not,
yeah, it's not a
avoidable,
not
avoidable.
Okay,
yeah.
Not avoidable. But
let's stick
like
to
friends.
stick to purely couple, like romantic love.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think this is a game of chance, or do you think like more passively a game of chance, or like more actively? Do you think there involves some active pursuit happening?
I think actually it's both, but it's since if you get more active and try hard and try more, you have better chance to.
Do you?
But for me, I just don't go.
Like this is for you you personally. Which stance do you take? Like for you, like not in general. Okay, like for you on love, what stance do you take?
Yeah, I think it's not about chance. It's achievable through.
Okay, it's achievable through active.
So you have to do something. You have to take action to get love or to find the right one. You're saying like
so.
That,
have you taken any action yet?
You said for me.
Yes.
Joker is about to leave the theaters.
Okay, yeah, thanks a lot, but I think
you have 2 tickets. Bring someone, okay?
Joker. Go see Joker.
Actually, James just gave me 2 tickets in
we'll talk about this later. We'll talk about this later.
Okay, yeah.
This is a fun story.
Okay.
When we don't have something to talk about, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay. So active pursuit it is. Right?
Yeah, I think it's
for
active
you.
pursuit. Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Daniel?
Well, we always say someone may have chemical with someone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do feel relationship like a chemical reaction is from the point
explosive.
Because to have reaction, you have to have collision with other reactions.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all about a chance.
Okay.
How about I have one question for you? What if you're a noble gas?
Nope.
What if you are not prone to any like kind of reactions? Like what happens there?
Yes, to be honest, I'm quite inert in this chemical reaction.
This state, being a noble gas.
I think that's because
so you're like neon or something. You just glow.
I'm quite shy. I'm quite shy
during the winter. Just glow at night. Just glow on the sidewalk or something.
Glow on the street.
And then
and no one will get close to you because you're glowing.
Actually, in Chinese, we call single man as 光棍.
Okay.
Which means 光棍seems like neon light in English.
Neon light. Okay.
Yes, neon.
Okay.
It's not the
neon
glowing
is
part.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
光棍.
But it's not that.
Yeah, it's not that different. It's different. Totally different.
Story.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think our audience is confused by this point. But yeah, so please keep on. Please.
I thought it was real.
Continue.
I was just trying to give you a Chinese meme.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So it's chemical. You think it takes some chemical reaction.
Yes, but I'm really not in this.
So
direction.
you think it's a game of chance? I would say.
Yes.
Because it takes both parts. Into consideration.
You have to.
Right? Yeah.
Yes, I do agree with
the right place, right time, right people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what you think. Okay.
Oh, that's quite different from me.
It's respectable. How about you?
How about you,
Lucifer?
Oh, my first answer is like Yan.
Yeah.
I think it's both, but personally, if you ask me this question, like a month ago, I'll say it's like a game of chance.
Okay.
Oh,
but I think I have a rough month this month.
Mm-hmm.
So I think some action
is needed.
Yeah, you need it.
Yeah.
If you don't do any action, you got no chance.
Yeah, you got no chance. Yeah.
I think that's the same with me. I think I would put it like Monopoly, like playing Monopoly.
Okay.
So if you don't play it, then you stay at the starting point. You don't do anything. But once you start playing, there is chance involved. Right? Like
absolutely involved,
circumstances. You know. Sometimes you say something right at the right moment, or like something. But if you don't,
and that happens.
But if you don't go on a date, you get nothing. So I still believe that active pursuit is important in love, and I think it actually ensures that you don't get the wrong person. I would say, like, because here in Taiwan there's like this phenomenon that girls, like, I use this in a very general sense, are actually quite passive in I think it's the culture, it's the whole culture attitude to love, and also it's related to the lack of practice we have in I think I would say in junior high school or maybe senior high school,
younger life.
So I do think that a majority of Taiwanese people are actually not that good
at dating love. Or maybe
they think that maybe it's just getting married and getting is living life as a whole. So maybe. I believe that if you don't actively chase love, then there's a much higher chance that you will end up with the wrong person. And if you don't discuss that with your partner, it's bad for you.
So is your statement based on your own experience?
Kind of,
but I believe that this is a philosophy I had before anything happened to me. And I think I especially encourage girls to
get more active
in love. And
yes, I'm still single. Yes,
and because that is healthier, right?
And also in reverse, if girls tends to stay passive, that means boys should have tried more active.
It just gets into like boys have multiple different girls that they actively pursued, and that's not good,
but actually, it's a result of all these
and it's like
traditions or
strengthening these gender stereotypes. I would say,
And also, but also, do you think dating is kind of a requirement of becoming couples, or
before
you become couples?
Maybe it's like a testimony.
But I think, what do you mean by dating?
Okay, like maybe only for you two people, and maybe boy with girl, boy with boy, someone, you two get out and do something.
Get out and do something. So like not just online.
Maybe
not just online, not just chat online.
You have to
face to face.
How about if we just go to like let's stay at home and talk? How about that? Is that a date?
I would put that as sort of a date. Yeah. Okay. If you're going to do something only with you two people.
Oh, so me and another one I want dating.
Yeah.
We go with our friends and let's not go dating.
Yeah, I would say.
So what do you mean by that? I mean, you're spending time with the other person?
Yeah.
Do you mean that?
It's like that.
But I think it's different for everybody because some people feel like online they can achieve, knowing the other person, like getting to know another person.
Okay. So,
but if you don't have interaction with that person, how do you get in love?
Point, yeah.
I believe that is essential.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to understand that person, or you have to understand mutually.
Yeah. Like for me, just blindly answering your question, I would say yes. It's very important to meet with that person and to talk, face to face.
Oh.
It's much better than online.
Talking or having interaction online and having interaction offline is totally different thing.
Yeah, it's so different. Right?
For me, it's totally different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I can keep some relationship only online, or maybe only through.
No, we can. We have a great relationship with our audience. We can have a relationship with our audience.
Okay.
You can.
I can.
Okay.
Yes,
but I think
subscribe,
talking face to face, we can feel the emotion from another one, and I think that's important if you want to start a relationship.
Yeah.
There's so much more than just the things we talk or the things we type.
I think there's
during humor interaction.
Non-verbal interactions.
Yeah, I think it's
there are signals.
Also, sometimes like touch or
a little touch,
like smells,
pheromone,
or like the atmosphere.
Atmosphere is
so important. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Daniel, what do you think about his question? Do you think interaction is essential or not?
It's definitely essential to start a relationship, though I have no idea or any experience on this topic.
Like in your metaphor, you have to be in the same beaker or in like the same lab to start reactions, right?
You have to mingle to solution.
You have to be in the same environment.
Solutions in the same solution.
To start,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll have a short break right now.
Okay.
And then we'll come back after the break with more questions and more spicy topics.
Spicy.
Okay. Hello, welcome back. We're back here to continue to talk about love.
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah, so in the last section we talked about like
what is love?
A game of chance or like a goal achievable through active pursuit. And in this section we want to talk about like why do you think you're single? Do you think you're single by choice or do you think you're single by circumstance?
It's a little bit too sharp.
It's a very sharp question, but just answer the way you feel comfortable with it. Okay. We're not prying for personal details.
Yeah, actually.
Give us like a general maybe state of you. Okay, so let's start with Yen maybe.
Okay. Yeah. So personally, in this moment, I'm single, and
why?
In the next moment.
The next one, maybe I'm not. Maybe, yeah. But I'll still.
Are you
be
announcing something?
No.
Are we witnessing something special here?
And actually not. But
you just clip your mic, man.
Oh, sorry.
It's funny. It's great effect for our show.
So, I think maybe part of me is single by choice, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. So
would you want to elaborate on that?
Okay.
Maybe why? What choice are you making?
Yeah. So I think it's more like a subconscious choice for myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe it's part of my fear or not. I'm not quite sure. But since my value on relationships, I've said that my value on relationships, I view them as the love as the same of like friendship and family. So
between everything, right?
Between everything. So, I think there's a point that I'm quite feeling that is there someone unique for me or only for myself, or the saying that who is your right one.
Okay.
The saying is
yeah.
not actually doesn't quite make sense for me.
I understand this,
and I don't want to make anyone myself my property or like something but only belongs to me. So it's a concept that I'm quite not getting well with.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of my subconscious, how my subconscious working. So I I have myself stay in the state of single.
Yep.
Yeah, but though that is my opinion, but I think maybe I should try.
Basically, you're living like a monk. Like you
Yeah,
have
maybe,
the
yeah,
ideals. Like you want to be like
I will
love everybody the same way, and you
yeah.
don't want to take advantage of anybody, and you actually
you can
I
say
think that is
yeah,
what
yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think but now in recent days, I think like maybe I also have to try some like ordinary.
Mm-hmm.
Like dating that having couples. I think
do some experience.
Experiments. Those experiences.
Experiences or experiments.
I
believe that is something that is we will talk about it later because
yeah.
there is like a difference if you
view it as an
somebody
experiment.
as an experiment.
I don't feel that well. Yeah. So I think actually for me it's single by choice.
Okay, single by choice more than single by circumstance.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So how about you, Daniel?
Well, after knowing this topic, I do some research about this topic. I searched some information online, and so far there's a statement. I quite agree with this statement.
Okay.
Yeah.
In this statement, it divides male into 3 categories.
Okay.
Man, boy, and playboys.
Playboys.
Yes.
Playboys.
Okay, please.
In definition, it says that man has strong determination about this relationship, and he won't make some fake commitment to lie his mate.
Yeah.
While the boys is immature.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he may not really know what he wants in this relationship.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So in this definition, I think I'm more like a boy right now.
So you think it's your immaturity that
yes
keeps
so
you in the
it's like
state
single
of
by circumstance.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Actually, I think because I know some story from my friends, so I believe that I had to be a better person before having a relationship with others.
Okay.
I have to be mature enough.
We have quite this nightmare with with like relationships because we've seen one go down in flames and then rebirth from the ashes and then go down to the flames again.
You mean
and
my
then come
former...
back and we won't say who it is.
Okay.
It's just somebody. It's like his love life is like a phoenix.
Phoenix.
Yeah. It's
but
it's horrible to see when it's going down in flames. And I think in that case, I would agree with your statement that he is currently in the boy state.
Yes,
which is still findings. I think he should improve on himself.
But actually,
before stepping into this, but in general, I don't quite agree with your statement because I do think that categorizing them as men or boys or like playboys is not ideal because a lot of the men, I think,
do not fill into the categories.
Think maybe they don't quite understand love in its purest essence. It's more like commitment, and especially in our traditional culture.
I think the line between two faces is not very clear.
And I think there are a lot of facets to it. You're in different angles. You look at it.
I think the man in this video I saw is like an ideal model for all the
the ideal model.
all the male.
Okay, but it's not necessarily. What I mean to say is that it's not necessarily correlated to age.
Not
I would say that.
More like
experiences.
And more experiences and your mental capacity and your willingness to address this issue.
It comes to me that there's a term in Taiwanese. It's telling about a boy turning into a man.
Okay.
It's the 登大人
process.
So it's like maturity ritual. And it means a lot. It means a lot in traditional Taiwanese culture, and also fit into the model you're talking
or like
about.
18 or like you turn into a man suddenly from a boy into a man.
Yeah,
just like a Pokemon. Which is weird in so many ways, and and our society treats this very importantly.
Yeah. And modern society just treat it as a meme.
We kind of view it as a meme today because we understand that age is not definite in like wisdom or like something. We're always told that we need to respect the elder. Well, we do need to respect the elder, but not in the way that we do. You know, like conform to them, and
maybe we will form a cocoon and break the shell, become a butterfly.
Somehow, I think somehow that process is an imagination of from boys turning into a man, or
it's like in pursuit of like freedom of making choice. But that is very far. And we want to come back now to here. So we want to ask Lucifer if you are single, or a single by choice or single by circumstance.
Yeah. I think I'm single by circumstances because I actually don't want to be single, but sometimes think I'm single by choice makes me feel better.
Yeah. I'll say.
Like we tell ourselves that we don't need love.
Don't need love. Yeah.
Perfectly well on our own.
Single royal.
Yeah.
But I do think that relationships builds a better version of you. Somehow.
Yeah.
And the way I think about it is because I think it encourages you to learn how to make sacrifices without losing yourself.
Yeah.
So it's like the question Lucifer told us, it's all about sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you don't want to, lose your identity.
It's like kind of strike the balance between having yourself and becoming,
or like maybe
a couple,
finding a person who you can be yourself with. And
maybe
he or she can also be himself or herself, and so that will work out with both. And so that comes back to my question, to my statement that I think active pursuit is so important. Because how do you make sure you can find that person if you don't try at all? Yeah.
So about you, James?
Have you noticed this is all about you and Yen and some people else? This is not a podcast about me because I am currently in a relationship.
So maybe I can ask you this question.
Oh, hey, mom and dad, I'm in a relationship. Just want to take this chance to talk to you if you're listening right now.
Announced like that.
Yeah, because it's so hard. I still haven't found
weird.
out. Like, it's very strange. Okay. It's very strange. I'll talk about that.
Okay.
Because it's very strange. Look, in Taiwan
maybe.
here, when we were in senior high school, junior high school.
Oh yeah.
You don't talk about these kind of things. You're not encouraged to do this kind of things.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. And suddenly in college you want to start talking about it. It's so hard.
That's so weird.
It's so weird. It seems so weird to talk about your parents.
My parents always told me that don't even just dating with someone, or don't even get into a relationship with someone when I'm in junior high school or senior high school.
Me too.
Yes.
But that doesn't just
like it ruins your grades or something. Yeah. But I still did anyway. But but yeah, so it's hard to just start talking about it. I do want to talk about it someday, but I still haven't found the chance. And once you just once you take the time, and then after 1 year something, then you lose the chance to talk about it. Yeah, it's very weird.
And you're to tell that
imagine a conversation, okay?
Yeah.
Now imagine this circumstance. I'm telling my mom or my dad,
James, how has your day?
I have a girlfriend, and then my mom was, for how long? And I was like, just a year or two,
That's awkward.
That's strange.
That's very strange
because it's already this kind of time.
Yeah. So is it a real conversation between your parent and you?
It would be, but
okay,
it would be.
I mean, you just made me say it. Just made me say it just now, but so I guess it is right now.
Yeah. That's my strategy. Okay.
Yeah, good. I would like to talk about it, but it's weird.
Yeah. Yes.
For me right now. Yeah, so you were saying just now?
Yeah, this is that.
I think Daniel had a question for me.
Okay.
We'll ask it later. So you please.
Okay, so we've just talked about a thing that most of our parents, like in traditional Taiwanese culture or traditional Taiwanese parents is just told us not to get into a relationship in junior or maybe senior high school.
Yeah.
And they tell me to find a girlfriend when I'm in college. So
yeah. Just in the moment. Also, you don't need to study in college.
And there's also
just get into a good college and you don't need to study
you don't
anymore.
Need to study anymore.
And you just get a good job or something.
Yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. But there's another thing that also makes me that's not quite good about is that we separate boys and girls in some junior high school or senior.
Do you want to talk about that? That's the next question.
Oh, that's next.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
beneficial or detrimental? Boys and girls schools.
That's hard.
Yeah.
So we just go for that question.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
Daniel, do you have a question for me just now, or do you want to skip that? You want to talk about?
Keep that.
Please.
Okay.
Please.
So why did you give up to being single?
Why did I give up being single?
Yes.
What kind of question is this? I mean, it's quite natural. The process is quite natural. It's not like
it's like a spontaneous reaction.
It's not like I want to be single forever.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
And so it's like when you just get closer with the other person.
Yeah.
And then you feel like you know like quite a bit about
your relationship,
and then you try to you want to take a step forward, and that's how it happened. It's not like there's not like act. I don't think
there's not chemicals between.
I don't think I had too many thoughts going into it, but just working it out
just
throughout the way.
Okay, sounds easy. Okay,
it's not.
Okay.
It's I think that. So starting a relationship is
a big decision for you.
Is the easiest part of a relationship.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you say that then, Yen? Okay, Yen's on his phone. So I'm gonna call him out every time he's on his phone. I was talking about, I think starting a relationship is the easiest part of one relationship.
Yeah. I believe that actually.
Yeah, I truly believe that.
Yeah. I believe that too.
Yeah. Okay. We'll talk about it when we all three have something to talk about.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next question. So we were talking about
wait until the 10th season.
10th season.
Yeah.
That meant too far away, maybe.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Well, I hope you can do that quicker. Okay. It's Christmas.
Last year.
Christmas miracles to happen.
Miracles. Yeah.
So pick up your phone and call somebody. Yeah. So we were talking about we are getting off track today quite a bit.
Get us back. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're back now. So
love has no rule. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think it's because the wind is too heavy here in Hsinchu. It's blowing us
all the way down.
All over the place. Yeah. So we're talking about beneficial or detrimental, like boys and girls only schools.
Yeah.
So in Taiwan, there are a lot of like boys only junior high schools, or like boys only senior
high schools,
and also girls school. Yeah.
And actually, I think the best high schools or the best senior highs are mostly single gender.
Oh yeah,
yes.
True. For the best high schools for college.
Yeah, for maybe for each county or it's mostly.
Taoyuan doesn't have this kind of
strange county.
Under the developed country.
No, it's the best county ever. Yeah. So in my case, it's quite special because in my city I live in, we don't have this kind of boys and girls school.
Yeah.
We are regularly interacting with the opposite gender. And we actually have a lot of friends in both genders, which means like I think it's a healthier way to go to school.
Yeah, I think it's maybe some tradition comes from Chinese or maybe Japanese, but it is the fact now.
It is the fact. Yeah.
So how do you think, is it beneficial or detrimental to having gender separated in high school life?
I think it's bad. Right?
Bad. Okay.
It's bad because it intrinsically it encourages you to not try with relationships. But now I want to say one thing, because this is with a heterosexual perspective.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about maybe homosexual people, because that is a whole different case.
And that will become that
is a whole different case.
Totally complex situation.
So now just purely with the heterosexual maybe circumstance.
Okay.
Like separating boys and girls is problematic, I think.
Yeah, totally problematic. Actually, yeah. I think
Because
it's
you don't have the chance to interact with people.
Yeah.
And it generally is not encouraged here in Taiwan, right? By our parents, by our teachers, and all that.
Well,
yeah, by the whole society.
Yeah. So that makes you you suddenly have to learn how to do it when you're in college.
But like in my high school, is my there's boys and girls both in my high school, but they're separated in different classes.
Yeah.
yes.
So most the classes, maybe the first 10 classes are all boys class, and the latter 10 classes are all girls class. So
it's like semi-single
yeah,
gender school.
it's a semi-single gender school, but like in my school, dating or getting in relationships are just common, like very common.
But is it restricted by teachers?
It's also
or
restricted.
Okay,
but I say it's not encouraged.
Yeah.
Actually,
when I was in high school, our teachers did not actually restrict us.
Restricted you, yeah.
And it was more like a family thing.
Yeah.
And the teachers were quite open to it, I would say. Yeah, because sometimes couples can study together quite often.
Yeah.
And
you said about the great part.
Yeah, it's a better driving force.
And the most common reason
Sometimes.
the teachers and parents ask students not to get
it's
into
for academic
relationships
reasons.
it's for
the grades.
Yeah, worst
for
grade
college,
for Yeah. So how do you think about this phenomena, Lucifer?
I think it's not good for in my case I've met a lot of straight guy, and I don't think know or want to know what's in a girl's mind.
Yeah.
I to be clearly, I think it's they don't have any access into their mind. They don't know what or how they look or think about something. So that makes these boys very hard to get in touch with any girls.
Okay, so you're talking about the perspective difference between a boy and a girl, and it's harder to see what a girl wants in a relationship.
And
if what you want in a relationship
growing up
quite different, right?
Different.
So you don't have the different perspective.
Yeah.
And you cannot, think in their shoes.
In their shoes, yeah. I think it's quite a problem for if you're growing up in most people around you are all boys. It's hard for you to understand that how another sex or another gender is thinking about.
This is actually a kind of generalization, but
but
it is true to some point.
Yeah.
To some extent, a lot of our classmates are from single gender schools,
Yes, I am.
and I think they struggle with a lot of this kind of issue. Not knowing what the girl wants, not the other sex wants, and not knowing what they want as well.
And also, there's a bit of because of not knowing, because of the lack of understanding. So there's maybe some fear or maybe some misunderstandings.
Between
a
lot of our classmates sometimes can't even talk to girls. Generally. Normally, because of this. And
they're afraid of.
Yeah, they're afraid of the opposite sex.
It's all the results of this.
Of separating for 3 or 6 years before college. Can you imagine that?
Long.
It's quite. Also, I don't think there are a lot of inter-school activities. Sometimes there are, but it's rarely.
Mostly not.
Mostly not. I know that there are also single gender schools abroad. But they have a lot of interaction, I think, with the other
the extracurriculum
schools.
interactions between each other.
Also, I think the parents, they encourage.
They don't restrict that.
They actually encourage this kind of.
Actually, for my case, I studied in an all boys high school. If you talk about the this experience about how this experience affect students' perspective about love. I think yes, for students we have many club activity with all girls schools.
Yeah, like you, right?
Yeah.
Yes, like maybe
like in
music
your club,
school,
right?
Yeah. English club.
English club?
Yeah, he was in the English club.
Oh, I know the English club is purely
English conversation club.
Purely social.
Yeah.
Yes.
Purely social club.
But I think but for other things, all male school maybe provide us unique environments to experience such unique life.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be true. Yeah.
So would you say it's a plus or like a beneficial or detrimental factor?
Or comparing to
I think it actually depends on everyone.
Okay,
yes,
it depends.
It depends.
Okay.
Personally.
But my teacher told us that some of his students have some difficulty to talking about girls in college because they don't really have such experience beforehand.
Lack of experience. Yeah.
Yes, that's my point of view.
Okay. How about your parents?
Yeah.
Like, what did your parents think about like having relationships in senior high school, in junior high school, in our pre-college years?
I think actually my parents doesn't care so much.
Okay.
But what they showed to us, to me and my sister, is that they're not willing to see us get into some relationship when we're a kid.
Okay, so a little bit of restriction.
Yeah, so it's kind of, they will say maybe orally, but they will not just restrict me. But and also I think that comes from their experience. So my parents they've met and getting into dating and become a couple, and they get into marry. So they're
straight to marriage.
Yeah, they're straight to marry. Yeah. So
very
marriage,
traditional.
so very traditional one. So they're not like the freedom, the freedom love, or they're more. I think they're not in such depth in finding what love is by themselves.
Yeah. So interesting.
Yeah.
For me, my parents were like, I think they wanted me to focus on academic. But I don't think they actually imposed
restrict that.
Any restrictions, and especially my dad, he didn't say anything about this because he was educated in Europe and a lot of
very open-minded.
Very open-minded in this category, in like getting a girlfriend or something. Yeah.
Actually, my parents hope that I can remain single until I
get into college,
graduate from college.
Graduating from college. What?
But now they are always asking me that when will we have a girlfriend? I said, hello. It was you to ask me not to having a girlfriend. No.
So like before you went to college, she told you not to have a girlfriend.
Yes.
But after you're currently in college, you're in 4th grade.
Yes.
And you still don't have a girlfriend.
Why you're not having a girlfriend?
And then your mom asks you why you're not having a girlfriend.
Yeah.
He will ask me about, he will says, I remember in, you have lots of junior
friends, or
you have lots of girl in next year.
Yeah.
So why don't you seize opportunity and make a new girlfriend?
Yeah.
So is she worried right now?
Maybe.
A little bit.
Maybe
it's not only worry. Maybe it's anxiety.
Maybe she thought that if she told you not to do something, then you would do something. So she would, have to
strategy.
Oh,
incorrect strategy.
That's smart.
That's smart.
But smart, but backfired. So I guess
exploded.
It's not that smart if you look at it right now. But so what about you? Do you think you should restrict yourself, or like no?
Well,
do you feel restricted by our parents? I don't think so right now in college.
Actually, my parents, though they told me not to make girlfriends, but I think they don't really care about these things.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's quite similar as my case.
So I think the reason that why I'm still single, I think maybe I'm limited by myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So today it's all about opening your limitations and getting an open mind.
Get rid of the limiters.
Hopefully, hopefully
yes.
you can.
Yeah. So how about you, Lucifer? Did your parents, or maybe they discuss something about relationships or love with you?
I think my parents are in our family.
Yeah.
They're quite not really care about this.
Yeah.
They also not care about my score or
really?
Like what or my test or something like this.
Okay.
They just want us to grow up and
peacefully,
happily, peacefully.
Right? Okay,
that's
good.
So, but when I got into college, my father started to ask, when would you bring a girlfriend home? They start, but I think he asks this kind of question because he know I maybe don't like girls.
Yeah.
So maybe not into girls.
Yeah. So he just asks the opposite question. To make me say something.
And how did you cope with that? How did you cope with this kind of situation?
Or did you just directly told them?
Firstly, I just say, "Oh no, I don't meet any girls." But
okay,
after like 3 times or 4 times, I just get tired. So I just say, "That never happened." That would never happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
So straightforward.
Yeah. So after a couple of times, he just understand and he didn't ask me any questions
about
that. After that.
That is quite, I think, nice.
I would say quite nice.
Open-minded.
Yeah, mostly.
That's very fortunate.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. But I do remember my father told my sister because my sister has some relationships in her junior high school.
Junior high school.
Yeah. She has some boyfriend.
Yeah.
And they broke up and she cried badly.
Yeah.
So
that happens in junior high school.
My father just told her, you'll find someone and you'll try again and you'll heartbreak again. So that's a process.
Yeah. Well, quite open-minded, I would say.
Yeah. With my experience, I think that it gets better every time you do it. Yeah,
you'll get used to it.
Like once or twice or 4
you'll
times.
grow.
You grow much
throughout
more.
the process. Yeah.
You'll like avoid a lot of the the bombs, or, mines,
the mines,
in a relationship, and you really do learn from your past experience.
Yeah.
So it's like playing a video game. I'm not saying
that
it's a video game, but
I'm not saying that it's a video game. It's a very real video game.
Be careful of the words.
What I'm saying is that I feel like you learn every iteration.
Iteration. Yeah.
Actually, one of my female friends once told me that she's not interested in dating a guy who has zero experience about love.
Okay, why?
I think she has no patience to experience all the things
we just discussed, right?
All the same thing again.
Yes, you have to try to adjust yourself to your mate.
Okay.
Like
I think it's such a big process, and it's a very tiring and gruesome process.
It's a negotiation process.
Yeah. It's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of figuring out
and
what you want to keep and what you don't want to keep, right?
Yeah.
So it's understandable why she doesn't want to go through that again. But I would think that every time you can learn something new, I would say.
But if all women sing in the same way, that which means me and Yan have no choice.
But that wouldn't be the case.
Yeah, that's not the case.
Okay.
And I think it's, I would say for me it's better to, experience every relationship as it's meant to be experienced.
Meant to be. Okay.
I feel like every experience gives you something new.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my viewpoint.
Just level out yourself.
So we're going to get into a second break right now, and we'll talk more after the break. Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, last section we were talking about, adjusting yourself to a relationship and the learning parts of
the learning
of a relationship. Yeah. So now we want to come back to something maybe more fun for me.
Okay.
For you?
For me, yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any experiences on having a crush on somebody? And did you act on it? And how did it go? Like, we've all watched romantic movies, right?
Yeah.
TV shows, and there are a lot of cliche, like love-related, like moves, gestures. That
like
one can do, like sending flowers or like
playing guitar.
Yeah, like coming back from some faraway place as a surprise.
As a surprise, yeah.
Or like I don't
meeting,
know, like a lot of
he or she in the dawn.
Like a lot of the the cliche
things
that we see in movies. Did you try that in real life, and how did it work out for you? So 2 questions.
Okay.
One is experience on having crushes, and the second one is, did you have any gestures on it? Did you act on it, basically? And how did it work out for you?
Okay. Like for me, experience having a crush on somebody it's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've had a crush with someone before, and I actually act on that one too.
Okay, so you did.
Yeah, so I did, and somewhat it turns out. It's a complex story, but
okay, yeah.
The result is that I failed.
Okay, failed.
Yeah, the result is that I failed, and and the result is that I found that she is getting into relationship with another guy.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So that was kind of heartbreaking, but yeah, it's part of experience. I'll face that. I have faced that. And
I think everybody has.
Yeah, I have faced that
at some point.
Yeah.
So maybe you have to do some research beforehand.
But I don't think it's part of research because the guy she dated with was one of my best friend.
Oh wow, that's so we call that a triangular.
Yeah.
Sort of
it's kind of like triangular, but but it's just like that. So
are you still friends?
We're still friends afterwards.
Okay.
So we still keep our relationship as friends afterwards.
Yeah. That's I think the best possible.
The greatest result
out of a failure.
Yeah.
So what kind of action did you take?
Yeah.
If you want to share.
I just beforehand we were friends, and we were friends for I think it's for a long time, and maybe for 1 or 2 years. And I asked her for, and I started to found out that myself maybe have a crush on her. Yeah. So I started to see her and want to. Maybe I asked her to get out alone and maybe to have something to eat something,
the
or
normal
maybe
things
to do every all the stuff we do with friends, but maybe only
only 2
herself,
people,
her only 2 people. Yeah. So, but nothing very special. So, but it ends up like that. I found out that she was dating with one of my best friends at that time, and she told me that. So. We just figure everything out, and that's all. Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah.
That's sensible.
How about you, Daniel?
Well, yes, I think I did had crush on someone before.
Yeah. How did it work out for you?
Actually, I may have a little bit feeling about someone. But the feeling is not strong enough.
Oh, okay.
So I will keep asking myself, do I really
love her?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that is a constant question.
That is quite deep, I would say.
Yeah. That is a constant question that I've asked myself at that time.
Okay. Yeah. So, I think it's an easy way to put it. It's like figuring out, like, would you, get married with this person?
Oh, but
it sounds strange, but when you can imagine, like, can you imagine yourself living with this person for the rest of your life? Because like my point is, if nothing else goes wrong, then that is eventually what happens, right? With a relationship, in a like a traditional relationship, if nothing goes wrong in this relationship, then it's a high standard, but it's what I think about when I think about these kind of things.
Oh, but I don't think that the matter is like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, it's like, am I comfortable living with this person for?
I think the living part would be true.
To eternity, like, and that is the criteria I put.
But I won't put that the one. Maybe I think couple and getting into marriage is totally different thing for me.
I think that's too far.
And it's also very too far away.
It's like a very high standard, but if you can meet that standard, then you are comfortable with doing whatever.
It's kind of.
So that is, and also I think I search for I value stability a lot in relationships, and so that is what I think
about it.
It's helpful for me to imagine that.
Yeah. So how about you, Lucifer? Have you had a crush on someone or?
I do, and I do have some. Actually, I have crush many times.
Yeah.
And but my stories are some kind of tragedy or
tragedy.
Okay, yeah.
But you can view this story as a comedy. So that is a true part. The comedy part is they are all hilarious. Because
hilarious for other people, but not for you.
No, hilarious for me.
Okay,
really?
For you also. Okay,
wow.
Okay. Please share.
But because I like boys, but maybe always or sometimes the boy I like are straight.
Yeah.
In Chinese, we have a term called 一男忘.
Okay, like
yeah.
一男 means
heterosexual
guys.
Yeah.
And that's a song a few years ago. So when I have crush on straights, I often feels like, so let's connect to our maybe the first or the second question, that we have some conclusion that starting a relationship is the easiest part. But in my story,
case,
in my case,
it's the hardest part.
Yeah, starting a relationship is the hardest part, because if I told him my feelings, that means
that makes you vulnerable, right?
Yeah,
makes you prone to sometimes of damage from
they always think I'm their friends. They only think I'm just a friend. They didn't think anything beyond friends.
Yeah.
So in my case, my case is very different from like heterosexual, like boys and girls thing.
It's a very different dynamic.
Very different.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that. But with that, I want to share a story of mine.
Okay.
So I once had a crush on a girl who was lesbian.
Yeah.
And that was like you said, a little bit hilarious, but also quite sad for me.
Sad.
But you gotta respect that.
Yeah.
I do agree with Lucifer's points. I think it really takes lots of courage to start a relationship, to take action, to start to pursue someone.
Yeah. I think once you're in a relationship, then you think that easiest part is starting a relationship. But I know it's hard for
in different circumstances.
Yeah, different circumstances.
That's a gate.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm somehow limited by this step. Because if I am certain about this feeling, I will do nothing. But if I do nothing, I will have further feeling.
Yeah. Okay.
So it just stuck there.
But it's somehow it's kind of hard to determine whether your feeling is true or not. It's hard to justify.
But I think feelings always
personal.
True.
Yeah.
True.
True.
It's true, but you don't know what kind of feelings it is.
I mean, I can maybe put this into words. Okay, so like you have the feeling every time you have the feeling, right?
Yeah.
And the feeling is real.
Yeah, real.
So you don't know if you can match that with your commitment.
Yeah.
I think it's what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Right. The level of commitment might not be as high as your initial feeling, right?
It's actually much more higher, I would say.
And in some cases, maybe you have the feeling for the first maybe 3 months or something. And after you get to know that person, then you lose interest. And it's unfair for that person, right? You feel like it's unfair for her or like him. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
I think that is the case, right?
Yeah.
Also, with your personality, I think you tend to have a very, fail-proof plan before doing something. Which means that you like to prepare a lot for like doing a project or something, and then you have a lot of maybe like working with you. I understand that you like to maybe have plan A, plan B, plan C when you're doing a project. And,
but that doesn't work.
Each part of a project, you have a certain meaning you associate it with it, and then you maybe that would be hard for you to start a relationship once you use this kind of mindset on relationships. Because you think too much.
Yeah, I think that will be the true.
And then the action, you just don't fear yourself going to doing the action because you
it's not pushed by passion.
Yeah, because you have too many plans. You're worried about maybe the plan failing or something, or like you worry too much about maybe not working in the long run.
Yeah,
so that may be bad for starting a relationship particularly, but it's good for remaining long-term relationships.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's bad for like starting. Because starting you need like the ignition.
You need a jump point.
Ignition, right?
Yeah.
You have to have like a very...
There's a power in it.
There is some kind of silliness and kind of recklessness in starting a relationship, I would say.
Yeah.
Just starting to spark in the spur of the moment.
The turning point.
Mm-hmm.
Here we have a love master, James.
I'm just,
Master.
No, don't call me that.
Okay.
That'll be embarrassing.
The embarrassing part, not the master part.
If my girlfriend hears this, I would be laughed for eternity. But in many ways, I'm still trying to work a lot of things out.
Yeah.
It's still a challenge, and
So I'm willing to know that. How's your ignition? How to ignite?
Ignition?
How to ignite your feelings into
your feeling?
The trigger.
I don't think it's a trigger. I think it's more like when I feel like the moment is right. Like it's very cliche to say that, but
the moment
when I feel like
moment's here.
When I feel like we're like in a good place sometimes. Because like with relationships, it's not like you can find the correct moment where it's the peak of your relationship. It's not like that. It's more like maybe like a state. Okay, so maybe in this state we're good with each other, and we know each other to a point that we want to take this point forward. And then it's just about the timing, just about when you work up the courage to say what you need to say, right?
Yeah.
So then once you change, then you experience a lot more state changes with a relationship. During its course, I think there are still a lot of times that you feel with your partner, it's the same person, but they're different dynamics.
But they're different,
with it. And you feel like you're working a new relationship out. Sometimes it feels like that. Yeah.
So James, you're the one who stepped forward, or your girlfriend?
I think it's me who stepped forward, but she made the situation easy for me. Okay, so she she was encouraging. I would say.
Implying that something is going to happen.
Like there is sort of an atmosphere when you get there. Yeah.
So how about you, Lucifer? Is there any ignition point for you?
Ignition point
to have you step forward.
I do have to list one times when I was drunk.
That is a very good. That is a very good time to do it. Because you make sure your mind right. You make sure that you want to.
Because
please.
When I was drunk, I may have some excuse to say,
I'm
drunk. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Good strategy.
Good strategy.
In that case, me and my friend were in the bar, and just I'm chatting with my friends, talking about the guy I met. I met a long time ago, but I started to feel my feelings to him. So we were just talking about this boy, and I show my friends his picture or some talkings were on the phone.
Chat records.
Chat the records. And suddenly he just took my phone away and he just typed something, say, I miss you so much, or some kind of this. And
such a good friend.
Wow.
yeah. So because I know that guys had a girlfriend that time, but I actually know him before this. So when I know he had a girlfriend, I was quite sad, but I can't change anything. So So that my friend just typed some words and he just replied me very quickly. Says, "Where are you? I know you're kidding," or something like that. But to be clear, it's not a sad story. Sad story.
Yeah.
So I just said I'm in a bar and that is my friend's typing.
Yeah.
So he just asks, "Where am I?" And that is like 10 o'clock.
At night.
At night, and he was worried about me outside drinking. So that's kind of warm. So when I get home, I just tell him what's going on and just to honest to him that said, I do have some feelings to him. So he just embraced me and he just said that's kind and he just want us to be friends and he can't give me anything in promise. So so we're friends now.
You're still friends now.
Yeah, we're still friends.
It's not
now.
a sad story.
Yeah, it's not a sad story. But so I think it's important to say my feelings to my crush because even though we can't get together in the end, but I think the feelings won't be blocked in my body.
Cool.
So did you feel much better after expressing your own feeling?
Yes, I do feel more better because I don't like there's some secret
keeping something
inside.
Right?
Yes,
only you know that.
You get internal damage.
Hard damage. Yeah.
So that was such a cool response from a friend. Yeah,
and quite mature, I would say. Yeah.
And I aspire to be your friend who texted him in the beginning, and I aspire to be a friend like that to my friends.
I do, thanks to
please
him.
hand me your phones. I will be texting somebody.
Maybe you can return the favor. Maybe you can return the favor.
Go.
Please just take your phone out right now. We're gonna do the same thing.
Step forward.
So talking about that, actually, we did help you out a little bit. We did attempt to help you out, but we failed. Yeah, we failed quite a bit. But so earlier this month, I think.
Yeah.
I was talking about how good the Joker movie was, right?
Yeah.
It was really good. Did you all see the Joker movie?
I do.
Did you see it?
I see it.
I haven't.
Oh, it's a story moment.
I feel like it's not the best movie ever, but I really like the
It's
actor.
quite good.
I really like the acting. I feel like the actor is great. So you told me you wanted to see in the theater, and I think it is very good to see in the theater.
Yeah.
Because it's different as you watch at home.
Yeah.
Also, pirating is bad. So we actually bought 2 tickets.
Yeah.
We bought 2 tickets, and asked him to go see the movie Joker.
Yeah.
And the reason for 2 tickets is because we
in
wanted
a single envelope.
Yeah, we gave him 2 tickets in an envelope, and then we wrote a note that says some chances are once in a lifetime. So this is like double meaning because for Joker you can only see it one time in the movie theater.
Yeah.
And
for
sometimes some chances just
there's only for one, once for a lifetime.
Yeah, so there was a double meaning, double entendre there, and we were hoping that you would find somebody to see it. And right now, the movie tickets are still
on my desk.
Yeah, on his desk. He hasn't even seen Joker.
Yeah, I haven't even seen that.
Yeah. So please.
Okay, I'll try.
So now you're having a crush on someone?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, is that in this moment?
Yes. In this
moment. No. Actually not.
This podcast is
actually
very
entertaining. I've overheard his question.
Okay, so okay, please testify.
Testify what?
Why is the movie ticket still there?
Oh, it's just that I'm not willing to ask someone to
see Joker. You're not willing to see Joker?
No. I'm not willing to ask
the best movie in the year.
I want to have relationship with to see Joker. Joker is not quite a good movie for dating.
I don't look. I don't think that is a problem.
Yeah,
I feel like you're
making excuses.
You're giving me a bullshit reason not using your ticket.
Yeah. So I'm just giving you bullshit reasons.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Okay. I don't want to pressure you, but I just wanted you to maybe I gave you the ticket without the expectation that you would find somebody to see it. Actually,
I know that.
I was trying to help you raise awareness. Okay.
I know.
On this situation. And
I'm looking forward to receive your red envelope from you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard.
I am looking forward to
in quite a moment. Yeah.
Receiving both red envelopes.
Oh, wow.
So that is the next question. It's our last year in college.
Yeah.
So do you think the chances are slipping away?
Maybe
Which
yes,
I think is
no.
a very good question because we have a grad student, master student here, and a college student here. Yeah. So do you feel like the chances are slipping away for Daniel? Daniel, do you think? No, I'm not for you. Like
just turning,
just asking you the question.
Okay.
Do you think the chances are slipping away?
I think after graduate from college, you have less chance to meet someone.
Yeah.
Especially. Most of us will become an engineer after graduating from university.
Yeah, maybe.
So in the industry, there's more men than women. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Since you're heterosexual, yeah.
And the relationship in
don't
college.
Be so sure.
I know.
Okay.
Relationship in college life is much simpler.
Yeah.
So you can have pure relationship.
Oh, I think that part will be true.
Yeah.
If you're getting into maybe getting work, that's your income makes difference.
Yes,
true. Also, you have the pressure of marriage.
Yeah.
Which is something scary.
Which something I don't care so much about.
So yeah, but your relatives do, and every year you're reminded of it.
But I don't care.
Somehow.
I don't care about them.
Yeah, I mean,
just don't care about it.
Yeah. Well, you're not at that point right now.
So
you're just not at that situation.
Yeah, maybe.
So
have you reached that age?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. So how about you, Ian? What do you feel?
The chances. Yeah. I think the chances slipping away is true. Yeah. It's true. And college is more. I think it's easier and more relaxed. You can be more relaxed when getting into relationships.
Yeah,
that would be true.
True.
But if I'm anxious, if telling that if we're discussing that if I'm getting anxious, actually not quite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not quite nervous or being anxious about not having someone with me in my college life.
Yeah,
I feel that I'm quite satisfied with status quo.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but maybe it will be better if having someone with me in relationship. Yeah. That's true. Chances are slipping away. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How about what do you feel, Lucifer?
Since you have 1.5 years maybe.
No, 2.
No, 2 years. 2.5. 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of time in college, but I think the chance is slipping away every time because
yeah.
just when I'm into someone and I don't do something, I don't make any moves, I do think the chances slipping away, and like that makes me feel
nervous.
Yeah, nervous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time flies. Right?
Yeah.
Time just passed, and nothing changed.
Yeah, nothing in progress. Just say.
Yeah. That's a bad feeling.
Yeah.
Part
of that's pretty true.
So one question really after this, the follow-up question.
Yeah.
Is the characteristics that you look for in a partner?
Oh.
We want to discuss that a little bit. Do you have someone that maybe like a
if talking
girl of your dreams, I would say.
If
or like a partner of your dreams.
Like I'm not willing to imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
If you know about me, is that I don't want
to compare every girl he meets.
I don't want to have a certain ideal
which will
of
be
girl
or be destructive for him. Yeah,
it's for me. It's like
that's not.
It's like destroying herself. It's like
destroying a person before you even get to know her.
I think get to know her. So I think a person for a personality is too complex, and it's hard to tell it in a few words or in a few tags or descriptions. So for me, if imagining an ideal girl or a girl in my dream, and that will be only it's just my imagination, and if I having that imagination, I'm always putting someone I'm seeing into that imagination.
Yeah, it's not healthy.
It's not fitting her into my imagination. It doesn't. I don't feel that it's healthy. So I don't do such thing.
Cool.
But there must be some criteria to become your girlfriend, right?
No, I think it depends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Depends
on maybe our interactions or our way of interaction. So I think it makes a lot of difference. So I think maybe I can get in love with someone it's hardly for us to imagine. Maybe someone exotic, or maybe some Martian or
probably.
But if we're getting into some interaction, or we have a way of interaction that I'm feeling comfortable with, then it goes.
So the way I'm gonna put this is, if someday I learn that one of my friend is with a Martian, is getting married to a Martian.
No.
I'll go straight again. I don't think about anybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I think what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So let's skip this question then.
Okay.
Let's talk about the worst nightmares in a relationship. Like say you were in a relationship, what would be your worst nightmare?
Worst nightmare.
Yeah.
I think you said like I imagine now. Maybe part of. Okay, I'll ask you, what's your nightmare?
Okay, my worst nightmare is like I heard a song once, from John Mayer. Okay, a great guitarist, great singer.
Yeah,
he has this song called "Slow Dancing in the Burning Room."
Yeah.
Okay, so what that means is that the two people know that their relationship is is not working out, but they still try to love each other, and they're kind of stuck in this
situation,
burning room, like a slow dancing in a burning room. Yeah, it's horrible for me to think about. Like if I feel like this doesn't work out, and both people feel like this doesn't work out, then we should just break it. But it's
just save each other.
That's very scary for me. Like in this kind of situation that you cannot get out. Yeah.
How about you, Lucifer? What's your nightmare?
I actually answered this question in the beginning because my I think love is losing myself, but at the same time I'm trying not to. So if I'm in a relationship, my worst nightmare would be I'm actually losing myself, because I just I have the same habit in with my partner or mate. I do things like he do.
And mimic each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some people would think this make the two apart together.
Get into the same tune.
But to me that means I'm not me. I thought. that I'm not the one I think I'm before.
Yeah.
So you want to be honest with your partner, and you hope that both people can actually embrace each
your
other
honest self,
as their honest self, to love one person as what he is made to be loved. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is. If saying that, I would say that maybe the deepest fear I could imagine in a relationship. It's that, I put it in simple words. Is that I don't understand you enough.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can't love you for who you are.
Yeah, but I don't understand enough.
Yeah, that's a very valid fear.
Yeah.
How about you, Daniel?
Well, for me, actually, the answer comes from my friends. I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Because my friend's story is really, it's really a tragedy.
Okay, tragedy. Yeah.
Tragedy.
I think the worst condition would be a couple are exhausting each other emotionally.
Okay.
In that story, the girl is really want to control everything about his boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
So he will ask my friend to contact with her maybe for more than 6 times a day.
Oh, like her girl is like a control freak.
Yes.
Really
like
scary for me.
Her guy is like just.
I'll just break up. I'll just break up if that happens.
I mean, the guy is just hiding somewhere in his shell.
Actually, my friend
is it our friend?
It's our friend.
Okay.
It's not satisfied with this relationship, but they still love each other in a strange and distorted,
in a twisted way. I would say.
Twisted way.
Yeah. That is not healthy. So your worst fear probably is to be in a twisted relationship.
Yes, love in a abnormal way.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to a break right now.
Yeah.
We'll come back with one final question that we're going to discuss.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe a couple questions. So one final theme that we're going to discuss.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back.
In this section, we want to maybe make a tutorial for you guys.
Tutorial.
Yeah, how to go on a date or how to
Master
get into a relationship.
Yeah.
Relationship crash course.
Crash course.
Yeah. So, what do you think is the first step?
I should take some notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe speaking from experience, Lucifer, do you want to share maybe your first steps?
My first step
in a relationship. What do you do in this?
So how's the status of you and the one you want to?
Yeah.
Go.
How do you do that
in
the beginning?
In the beginning.
Yeah.
I think the first is to know him.
Yeah.
Know her.
Know the partner.
Know what he likes, he wants, or what he's.
Just get to know the person.
Yeah, just get to know the person. And I think it's important because sometimes the feeling just in myself. It's just my feeling, but not necessarily the other person feel the same thing. So to make sure you feel maybe not the same, but nearly the same.
Yeah,
nearly the same. Yeah.
It's like using a product before deciding to buy it, but like reading reviews or something. But not like that.
Not like that.
Not like that.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Don't
just
put into the metaphor of
just I mean you have
Do not
to
materialize.
really get to know the person.
Yeah.
And to maybe just like what Lucifer said, know what he or she likes, or go on a lot of dates, I would say.
Yeah,
even
that's
before
true.
like being a girlfriend and boyfriend, just go to eat dinner or something, chat about a lot of stuff. Find something you can discuss together.
Yeah. So what's the extent that you are sure you have all the information you have to know about your potential partner?
Okay, so how do you gauge what time is the time to make a move?
Yes.
Is the question, right? I would say you have to be able to go on a couple dates.
Yeah.
Without him or her actually, with him or her knowing that it's a date.
Yeah.
And you can go on a couple of days. Like once he or she figures out it's a date and recognizes it, I think like 3 or 4 times it's pretty enough.
Hmm.
The problem is getting him or her to realize
that's
a
a date. Yeah.
Sometimes once he or she realizes that it's a date, then they will go away.
Yes.
And sometimes they don't notice. Because some people actually are very
unconscious about.
conscious about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
maybe
making sure.
I can wear a T-shirt says it is a date.
Okay.
No.
Imply.
That would be very awkward. Once if he or she doesn't feel the same way.
I think get used to each other is important because
get used to.
You need to adjust yourself to the other living space path, the speed or whatever. Just get used to each other.
Yeah, sometimes it needs a little bit more of getting used to for other people, you know, to realize that this is a date or to like recognize, to like enjoy it as a date.
Yeah.
So you want to take your time, I would say take your time, but also don't let him or her wait. It's a very complex question.
Complex question. Yeah. Yeah, but dating,
we don't have an answer. Yeah. It's basically what we're saying.
But dating is mostly enjoyable.
Yeah, for you.
Mostly.
I mean, for us.
Okay.
Not necessarily for the other person, and we want to make sure that that is also the case for the other person. And then after that, making the step is just, I think, quite easy. You know, just be honest. I would say, be very honest, be vulnerable. Yeah. Open yourself up to him or her. And it depends on how the situation goes. You either have a good result, or you will have, if he or she doesn't recognize you, doesn't like you as that, then it's a good thing also, because you know that it's not the right one.
I think make sure you can stand for the worst part.
Yeah.
Make yourself stronger.
Yeah, make yourself stronger. But like appear weaker in front of him or her. Let her know like your weaknesses or something.
Yeah.
But when the time comes, you have to be strong also. Yes. Because things aren't
always goes.
The world is not your simulation. You have to
simulation.
Yeah, you have to recognize all the dangers and the risks are involved. Yeah. So have we changed any minds today? Do you think you're going to maybe try relationships? Yes, Daniel? I hear yes.
Maybe.
Okay.
That's a maybe, not a yes.
Good.
Between yes and
no. How about you? Okay, you're just like Schrodinger's.
Schrödinger.
Yes.
You said me.
No, I think Daniel.
Oh, Daniel.
Yes.
Between yes and no?
If I have crush on someone, maybe I would try.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I really like to advocate, like being active.
Be active.
Being active, it's very important. Yeah. How about you?
It's like
I think we don't need to ask you this question. It is true that we talked about a little bit of personal stuff, and I think we have changed a little bit of everybody's mind, or maybe encourage you a bit.
That's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so at last, I want to send a Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yeah.
Hope you have a wonderful New Year.
Yeah.
And hope you have the courage to chase relationships,
to take
in the
a step
next
forward.
year. And maybe before the end of this year, hopefully, or like in the next year, you can have the chance. Okay.
Yeah.
So we want to encourage you to share your thoughts with us, even if you only listen to a little bit of it. And follow us on YouTube, on Spotify, on Facebook. We have a Facebook page.
Yeah, we also have an Instagram account if you're finding that.
So listen to us anywhere on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Comment on YouTube. Yeah, and we'll see you next year.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not next week. It's next year.
Next year.
Okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.